Mm-mm. Oh, hello, little doggy.
I'm here. I'm waiting to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't even have to follow your daddy around anymore. Are you getting old? Is that what's happening? Are you an old dog? You're supposed to be a puppy. You're supposed to be like every time daddy even twitches, you go, what's that? What's going on? What's happening, daddy? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, daddy?
Mine definitely do.
I don't feel loved anymore if she's not watching my every little move. Not watching my every move.
Hurry up, son. What are you doing? What?
You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna if we get Katiana in here, since we have so little to do for you, I think I'm gonna see if I can go have her go like snag my dad. I haven't talked to him since he's been dead. I've done so many sessions. I don't know why I've never. Well, because it's always been about other people, really. But
That's what that psychic picked up on last night. He picked up on my dad, which was
your
weird.
dad. Let's talk. Let's see if we can talk to a couple dads, maybe. See what dads are got to say. We'll say two dads.
He kept talking about somebody with a leg trauma. He's the only one I've ever known that said he lost half his leg to diabetes before he died.
Oh. Man, I've had friends that were like losing one toe and then another toe and then another toe, and you're like, dipshit, man, what? Figure it out, you know? Like,
yeah, he lost.
Maybe the carrot cake isn't a good thing.
And that's what landed him in the nursing home. And then it started off with a toe, and then he lost his leg below the knee, and then he lost it right above the knee.
Yeah, because they get gangrene.
Yep. Hold on one second.
Yeah. For the deprived little puppy. For the deprived little puppy. Never gets no loving. So sad. So sad, poor puppy. So deprived. Lay down, go to sleep.
All right, let's try these bad boys out.
Yeah, I hope they work good. Check, check. Oh my God, those sound really good.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, they're like fantastic.
$20, Walmart.
Hell yeah, what brand are they? Technique or? And those are like plug-in, right? They're not wireless?
Yeah, they just plug in USB.
Yeah, that's what's better. We don't like wireless, because our energies will mess up wireless sometimes.
Yeah, Logitech.
Okay, Logitech.
$3.90.
$20 at Walmart. Man, I'm gonna tell people to go get those if they don't have them. I'm gonna say $20, Logitech. Get your butt down to Walmart. Come on, man.
$19.98.
Are you gonna spend 5 hours with me and then not be able to hear it back on the recording?
Right.
Nobody wants that.
This is supposed to have a noise cancellation mic on it too.
What's the first thing you see, Vanessa?
Mountains.
Okay. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Okay. And when you look up, what do you see above you?
The tops of the mountain.
Okay. So you're standing at the base of the mountains then?
Yeah.
Are you like in the mountains? Or just right in front of them?
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Okay. How big are they?
Really big.
Okay. And what color are they?
Brown.
Okay.
Green.
Okay, perfect. And if you look up at the sky, what do you see?
It's clear.
Okay, perfect,
Right.
perfect. And what's the temperature like?
It's warm.
Perfect. And when you look down at the ground right below you, what does that look like? Gravel or dirt or grass or sand?
It's grass.
Perfect. What do your feet look like, Vanessa?
Just feet. No shoes.
Hmm. Very nice. Does it seem male or female?
Female.
Okay. And what color is the skin?
Dark.
Okay. And regular amount of toes?
Yes.
Okay. And there's no shoes. Is there any socks or hair or anything else notable about the feet?
No.
Perfect. If you hold your hands up in front of your face, what do they look like?
I have lots of markings.
Oh, like scratches or scars or tattoos or what?
Mm. Tattoos,
Interesting.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see any on your arms? Or is it just the hands?
Yeah, they all have arms and my
Okay.
legs.
Okay. If you were to, oh wow. Do you have any clothes on, by the way?
Not much.
Like, what are they made out of? Is it cloth or fur or what? Gold or I don't
Skins.
know. Okay. You feel like you're on Earth?
Yes.
Okay. And it seems like this might be way in the past. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. If you were to look at yourself from an observer perspective, can you describe the face and the hair to me? You said dark skin, right?
Um,
Okay. Any
like
jewelry?
a
Yeah, go ahead.
brown. It's not like kind of Native American,
Mm-hmm.
kind of Asian
Mm-hmm.
looking.
Okay. Not like super dark, but dark kind of. Okay.
Yeah,
Like tan.
yeah, it's more of a red than a brown. A dark red than a
Okay.
brown.
Maybe like a sunburn. Or you've gotten
No,
some sun anyways.
it's definitely a tan.
Okay.
It's just
All right. And is the nose big or small?
small.
Okay. And how about the ears?
You can't see them.
Okay. And so long hair then, is that what that means?
Yes, very long,
Okay. What color is it?
very dark.
Okay. When we look at the back, is there anything notable about the back? Any markings on it or anything to talk about there?
It looks like tribal markings.
Wow, that's interesting. Were there any markings on like the face or the forehead or anything like that? Any jewelry in the ears or the nose or the lips or whatever, eyebrow, around the neck?
I have a mark on my cheek.
Okay. And this is a mark that was, I guess, put there on purpose, right? It serves a reason.
Yes,
Okay. When you look at all the markings on you, what do you think they mean? Use your knowing and tell me why these are there.
they're protection runes.
Mm. Protection from when you do something. Protection from something. Protection
For
from what?
dealing with the spirits.
Mm. So you deal with spirits a lot then?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that's like your job or your function? Or is this something that everybody does?
No, it's just what I do. It's my job.
It's your thing. Okay. And do you deal with all kinds of spirits or like just scary ones? Or what do you do with the spirits?
I'm a healer.
Okay. So sometimes when you heal people, then maybe you might find out that they've got a spirit attached to them and the spirit is not happy about you healing them.
No, it's not like that.
Okay. Why do you need protection when you're healing people? Certainly nobody would get mad at you for healing them, right?
They help me call them to
Oh.
hold the energies.
Mm. Okay. So there's some spirits that help with the healing.
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay. And do you feel like you're part of a group of people or like a tribe, I guess we would say?
Yes.
Okay. And how big is the group of people that you interact with? 10, 20, 100, 1,000?
There's lots of groups.
Mm-hmm.
There's yes. Looks like around 20 or 30 families in my group.
Wow. And then you guys are kind of sounds like maybe you're a little nomadic. Maybe you bounce around to some of the other groups too. Is that right? Or do you mostly stay in one area?
Keep the caves.
Caves?
We're the keepers.
Oh, okay. So this is why we're at the mountains. We're getting ready to walk into one of the caves. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And so as you look in front of you at the mountains now, how many caves do you see?
There's many.
Many. Okay. And is there one that calls out to you or seems the most familiar?
Yes, all around me.
Okay. This is almost like those the Pueblo people. Is that right? Is that what they call that? Is this a desert environment or is it more like a woody environment?
Oh,
Forest, jungle?
it's huge.
Mhm.
They're mountains, but they've been dug out. Um,
Mm.
so you can't tell from the outside that there's a town inside.
Wow, that's cool. Can you see people moving around from where you're at right now?
Yes.
Are there like ladders and things or multiple
No.
entrances or no? Okay.
There's many on the bottom.
Hmm. And when we go inside, it's going to open up a lot then.
Yes, all the steps and ladders and
Mhm.
are inside.
Okay, perfect. So it's like they've hollowed out the whole mountain?
Well, with not all,
Uh,
just areas we need.
right, right. And do you feel like you guys just like found some lava tubes and moved in? You know, like it was already caves, or did you guys make the caves?
They were here and we added.
Hmm. Hmm.
We keep them
Okay.
safe.
Okay. And do you think there was like another race here before you guys?
Yes.
Wow, interesting. Okay. How tall do you feel, by the way?
Very tall.
Very tall. Very interesting. Okay. And How old do you feel?
I'm young.
Okay. All right. So you want to go inside one of the caves now? We can go do a little exploring. We'll have an adventure.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go up to the cave. We'll go inside and just tell me. Well, first of all, what's the entrance like as you're coming through? What's your first impressions?
It's made to look like a regular cave entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk through, it opens up.
Okay.
And there's a big area inside each one.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads to other areas.
Mm-hmm. So the first entrance area is kind of like nobody really lives there. That's just kind of like everything. You just go everywhere from there.
Yeah, there's areas set up for like food and
Mm.
um,
So everybody shares everything.
we're making clothes and
Wow.
tools
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
all done.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a village square,
Mm.
kind of, but it's inside.
That's cool. Probably be a nice place in the winter when it gets cold then too, huh?
Yes,
Okay. And is everybody else in there tall like you?
most, yes.
Okay. Mixed up for like little kids or something like that. And is everybody the same race as you, or is there a mixture?
No, some are different.
Interesting. And what differences do you notice with them?
They're small.
Mm. But they are like they seem to get along. You guys are working together, or they slaves, or
Yes.
what?
No, we protect them.
Oh wow. Okay.
They are
And
people.
protect them from what?
There are people.
What do you mean they're your people? Like, are you a spirit that protects them?
No,
Okay. But you're
just,
much taller, and you protect the little people.
yes, we've been here longer.
Oh, okay. And did you get assigned to them, or did they get assigned to you, or did you guys just make friends, or how did this come to be this way?
They came
Ask for
after
help? Came after what?
the disaster.
What disaster? Flood, fire, sinking continent? What?
Yes, big storms,
Mm,
earth
okay.
shakes.
Okay. Okay. Like maybe some volcanoes, earthquakes, that type of stuff?
It's Atlantis.
It was Atlantis. So the little people came from Atlantis, and you guys are protecting them now.
Our people were sent before.
Hmm.
Oh, we're here when Atlantis was okay.
Hmm. So you guys were Atlanteans too at one time? Or were you from the race before the Atlanteans?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, because there's different phases of Atlantis, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you would be from the older version that is taller and maybe lives longer too?
Yes. We left
Hmm.
the main hub
Hmm.
was too much, too dense. We had to. We broke off.
Okay. Is that because you guys could feel other people's thoughts and it was too busy, or because you knew something was coming?
Yes, they were. mm,
Did you guys leave because you didn't like the way things were going?
They were too much in ego,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
too much masculine energy. They denied the feminine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, didn't something come in that caused this change, like the moon, or people from Mars or Maldek or something like that? Didn't some kind of bad guys show up on the scene and kind of mess up the good thing you guys had going? Or did you guys leave even before that happened?
We left before the storm
Okay.
and built our caves.
Mhm. And then
And
they had
then we agreed to help
right,
when the storms came.
right. And so the ones that came to you guys are probably not so ego based now, right? They're probably a little more humble all of a sudden.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are many, many generations after.
Right, right. You guys have been in the caves for a long time now, like 100 years or 1,000 years or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting. And because you were in the caves, this is what kept you safe from all the problems that happened to them.
Yes.
Uh, Super cool. Do you know the name? Is there a separate name for your race or your tribe? Okay. And is there anybody inside of this big entrance area that would like to come forward and speak with you today? Speak with us.
There's lots of humans.
Hmm. Oh, they're humans, huh?
Yes.
So there were humans on Atlantis?
These are ancestors.
Ancestors of the humans.
Of Atlantis,
Okay,
but humans, yes.
interesting. But you feel like you're not human, right? Are you different, or are you also human?
Different.
Okay. And we know you're taller. Is there anything else that kind of separates you from the humans?
We connect directly to Earth.
Hmm.
Or one.
What's the flaw with your race? Is there no emotions? Are you lacking any of the chakras? Why would things have to keep evolving beyond you guys?
We're very highly evolved.
Hmm. So why wouldn't things stay that way then? I mean, like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. There had to have been a flaw or something that didn't fit Gaia's plan for the future, right?
No. Everything changes
Hmm.
As Gaia changes, we change.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't so much that it was you guys didn't fit a plan. It was just that just change is ongoing, and that's just what it is. And it wasn't that there was any flaw or anything that needed to improve from you guys. It's just random things.
The energies changed.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't survive
Mm.
in our state
Mm.
with the energies the way that they have
Interesting.
become.
Okay. How about the air? Is there more or less oxygen in it? Or do you feel like the way the atmosphere changed had anything to do with it?
It's a density change.
Okay. So the Earth got more dense, everything got more dense, and you guys were lighter? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you think people of your race live? Your version of the Atlanteans?
The ones here now.
Mm-hmm.
120.
Okay. Oh, am I there, by the way? Do you know me?
Yes.
How funny. Can you, well, okay, we'll go find me in a minute. But first, I want to, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I want to just scan this entrance area, do a complete 360, look at the ground and the ceiling, and just tell me if there's anything that stands out to you that is worthy of investigating and talking about.
There's lots of statues,
Mhm.
lots of art,
Mm.
pots,
Mhm.
lots of color,
Mm. Inside the cave, lots of color, huh? That's
lots of
cool.
light.
Oh, wow. Like coming from outside, coming from crystals, coming from a hole in the roof. What do you mean? Where's the light coming from?
Huh. There's like lamps
Mhm.
along the walls.
Interesting. Okay. And these statues, do they seem like they're of you guys? Or are they of the humans? Or are they of the people that were there before you?
Both.
Okay. Do you feel like you guys made some of the statues or all of them? Or somebody else made them?
We made lots.
Mhm.
Other people have made a few. It's
Why do you think people
everybody.
make statues anyways?
It can't be destroyed by fire and water.
Mm, okay.
It's the
Is
only
it a
thing that
way of remembering?
lasts. Yes.
Or is it more for people that come behind you to see?
For future race.
Mm. It's almost like a message. We were here.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any artifacts or like kind of like magical or mechanical items around?
Lots of crystals.
Mm. And in this lifetime, do you have a connection to the crystals like you do in a lot of your other lifetimes?
Yes.
Okay. And do you work with them in your healing work?
Yes.
Okay. And any of these crystals, are they all, like quartz, or are they different kinds of crystals that we've never seen before, or what kind of crystals are they?
There's everything. I see
Mm.
all kinds of gems and crystals
Mm.
and stones.
So you use what you need for based on certain situations.
Yes, they all
Like,
hold different energies,
mhm.
have a different purpose.
So you're like a crystal pro. You really know how to use your crystals.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to look at those crystals, commit them to memory, and see if you might want to connect with some of them again in this lifetime, right? See if there's anything to be learned. See if maybe you can be a crystal healer again if you want to be. So just try to remember that knowledge, how you use those crystals, what you did with them, and the reasons you use the different kinds. Right? You got that down?
Yes.
Okay, good. What do you want to look at next? What do you want to do?
Oh,
Okay, so let's go. First, we're going to question ourselves and say, what were we brought here to learn? What can we learn from this place? And why are we here?
I'm on the top
Mm-hmm.
of the mountain.
Okay.
I can see really far.
Right, because you're at the top of the mountain. Okay. And this is one of the taller mountains, I guess?
They're everywhere.
Okay. Anybody up there with you?
Yes.
Okay. Who's there with you? A lot of people, one person?
It's my little family, my
Okay.
human family.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is it nighttime or daytime?
I feel like it's always daytime.
Okay. So you guys never see stars in the sky at night?
Yes, but it doesn't get dark.
Wow. Okay.
Just dim.
Okay. What's your healing family doing right now? Are they preparing something? Are they dancing around a fire? Are they looking at the sky? What are they doing?
Playing, and the children are playing. Lots of kids.
Wow. So maybe some teaching goes on here as well?
Yeah, they learn basic things to survive.
Mhm. 5 children or 5 things they learn?
No, to survive.
Oh, survive. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. How to, what do you guys eat, by the way?
Plants,
Okay.
fruit,
Okay. So do you
whatnot.
guys even need fires in?
Yes, we cook some.
Okay. It's cool. And the people that are up here, the adults, are they male, female, or the mix?
Just mostly women.
Mostly women. And they're just up here right now. They're just enjoying the view, the weather. What are they doing?
Women are working
Hmm.
and children are playing.
Hmm.
There's lots of us up here
Hmm.
watching, kind of monitoring the young ones.
Right, right. Okay. Is there anybody up here that you recognize?
They're our family
Hmm.
because we take care of them.
Okay. Are there any of the little humans up here too with you then?
Yes, lots of them. That's who are watching.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's not your guys' kids that you're watching. You're watching the just the little people
Yes.
because you guys kind of always keep an eye on them.
Yes.
That's very nice. Okay. Is there anybody up here that would like to come forward and speak to us?
Yes.
Okay. Who's coming forward? What do they look like? Is it male or female?
It's a male.
Okay. And can you describe him to me?
He's bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Same hair.
And tattoos?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're different.
Mm. Why do you think they're different?
They're trophies.
Oh, like from a battle or something like that?
Yes, he's a warrior.
Okay. What's his name? Is it hard to say?
Amelia.
Amelia?
Amelia.
Amelia. Okay. Thank you, Amelia, for coming forward to speak to us today. How do you know Vanessa in this life? Are you a friend or relative?
We're partners.
Hmm. Okay. And um, partners in what way? Do you guys do healing together, or you guys raise a family together?
We share a child.
Okay, great. Amelia, can you tell us why were we brought to this life? What can we learn from this life that Vanessa had back in the day?
Okay, slow down.
Hmm. Feeling some energy coming out of those crystals?
Yeah, hands went numb.
Interesting.
I lost a young one here.
Mm-hmm. Was it an accident or something? What happened?
Yes.
Mm. Is it something you felt guilty over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked away.
Oh, easy to fall off the mountain, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So are we here to release that trauma and let go of some of that guilt?
Yes.
Okay. Can we do that now, Vanessa? Can you forgive yourself? What else are we here to learn? Let go, relax, allow, talk your way through it. Tell me what you're experiencing.
I say the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Saw the accident, how it happened,
Yeah, just step back.
kind of thing it could happen to anybody, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay. So not a super huge mistake, but yet still something that maybe you felt like it was.
I really love the child.
Mm. It's very sad. Did you guys have another child, or did you ever have another one after that?
It wasn't my child.
Oh.
It was one of my people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of the ones you were supposed to watch after?
It was my job to protect them.
Right. This is why you felt so bad about it?
Yes.
It was a young one?
Yes.
Is anybody mad at you about this?
No.
Just yourself?
Yes.
Okay. As you look at it now, do you feel like you really did anything wrong at all?
No.
Okay.
I welcome the soul back again.
You met that baby again? That soul?
Yes.
When?
Not long after it happened.
Wow. Did you know it was the same soul, or did you not know?
I knew.
Wow, that's so cool. So it wasn't even a problem.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Right. So when they came back, that didn't make it any easier? Getting a second chance? I bet you got it right the second time, huh?
I knew the first time that it was supposed to be that way.
Mm.
I
Didn't
just
make it any easier, though, huh?
wasn't prepared.
Mm.
We see life and death different
Mm-hmm.
than the people do.
Mm-hmm.
It's fluid.
Mm-hmm.
The blame was for the trauma,
Mm-hmm.
um, fear of the soul returning with trauma because I wasn't watching.
Mm-hmm. Did that happen?
No, I was there.
Okay. Right, because you were prepared, huh? The second time. Okay. Look at Miliai's eyes and tell me, do you know him? Who does he remind you
Uh, you.
of? Oh, that's
That's
hilarious.
that's so funny.
So we didn't. I thought we were gonna have to go find me, but I guess we didn't have to,
No, you found me.
huh? Okay. So I'm not as mysterious and not as much of a dickhead in this one.
No, you're very light, very funny.
Nice, nice. Nice. Um, so I feel like we were asking me questions, and I guess I don't even know where to go from there. What else can we learn here?
I'm not sure, but I think this is the canyon. It's
This is.
just
Mhm.
green. It looks like Grand Canyon. That's exactly what it looks like.
It's the canyon.
But it's green.
Interesting. Interesting. Are there any? Okay, so we're at the top. Is there any like temples or pyramids here?
Okay, so from where I'm at,
Hmm.
there's just tops of mountains going all around me.
Hmm.
But all the tops are covered in green, like
Hmm.
to hide them.
Okay.
It blends with the ground so you can't tell how tall they are.
Okay. So there's temples there, but they're hidden or they're blended in.
Yeah,
Interesting.
everything's inside.
Because I remember remember the time when we went to Agartha and I felt like we came in the same entrance and we just went down instead of up. Is that what you feel
Yes.
like?
Yes.
So it was the same place. So this is a place where I guess you've had several lifetimes in this area.
Yes.
How interesting. Okay.
We go to,
What's that?
you can get to below from here.
Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm getting chills now all of a sudden. Do you have a feeling for how the canyon was formed? Was it made by the river cutting through the rocks, or was it something else?
A lot of it was already here.
Mhm. Was it from the Lemurians, do you think?
It was formed this way.
Okay.
I
So
just
it was nature that made
see
it.
like it's try to explain this.
Mhm.
But it's like energy is just forming it. It's
Right.
it's strange.
Okay, so I have this theory about an energy discharge between the Earth and Mars and the Sun, maybe even Venus, like a big lightning bolt, and it was just a big, like a violent thing that just bam, the canyon was there. Or do you feel like it was more of an overtime type of thing that took a long time?
No, they were whenever they formed this way for the ones that were here at the time.
Hmm.
And as more incarnated they've gone in. I feel like there's just been lots and lots of different races that have
Hmm. Hmm.
built and added in.
Hmm. We've heard about Egyptian artifacts in the Grand Canyon. Do you feel like did you see any of those when you were inside earlier? Or is that something that came before that or later on? Or were there even Egyptian artifacts there?
I guess the ones I saw
Hmm.
were they kind of looked Egyptian,
Okay. I'm just
but
curious about that.
same kind of style, but
Hmm.
um the big people looked like I looked.
Hmm.
There's different statues of different races.
Hmm. The humans, are they Indians or do they look different? We hear about the Hopi spent a lot of time and some other Indian races as well.
Yeah, we all look Indian looking, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of Asian
Hmm.
look to it as well. It's
Very interesting.
mhm, like a mixture. Like you could see somebody from India,
Hmm.
somebody from Asia. It's like it's just all intertwined.
Wow. So like everybody must have been there and then kind of dispersed at one point or another. Or they had been everywhere and come to there.
Seems like there was large groups that went to different places,
Hmm.
and then as everything kind of settled down and got more livable,
Hmm.
and different tribes would wander out.
Hmm. Oh, because the
Maybe
Earth is still having a lot of upheaval at this point in time. So you've kind of got to be somewhere to be safe until it settles down, and then you feel like you can venture out.
right.
Okay. But you guys never ventured out. You always stayed there, huh?
Yes, we were here before.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like we're like guardians. We're like a guardian race.
Right. That makes sense.
Like we watch over whoever comes into this area.
Oh, okay. That's very nice of you guys.
I guess it's our job.
um, how far back in time do you think you are? Do you know? Can you tell? Is this 1,000 years ago? 100,000? 500,000?
About 5,000.
So not that long ago at all. You're saying maybe like 5,000 BC or just 5,000 before now?
Yeah.
And how big are the like the insects and the animals and things like this that you see? Are they bigger, smaller? Are they regular size? Are they super huge? What?
There's not a lot of insects.
Okay.
Seems like everything around has a purpose.
Well, what do you mean?
Like bees,
Mhm.
butterflies,
Mhm.
the
For
ants.
pollinating.
Yes, everything here is working. There's
Okay.
nothing that lives off of anything else.
Hmm. Seems strange that that would ever change, you know? Like that seems like such a good way to be.
It used to be the way it was.
Yeah. But it was the density came in and that's what changed that.
Yes.
And that was that brought in by somebody else or is that just part of the plan all along or is it just a random thing that just happened?
It always happens.
Okay. So there's like phases that things go in cycles.
Yes.
Okay. And you're just at the part of the cycle that is either before that or after that. Probably before that, it sounds like.
It's at the beginning.
Okay. It's just getting ready to start.
It's starting to get dense.
Okay. And is this based around the galactic year? You know, how long it takes our solar system to go around the center of the galaxy? I believe that's like every 24,000 years, every 25,000 years. And so a half a year would be around 12,000 years, and a season might be 6,000 years or something like that, or 2,000, I don't know.
See it kind of like Gaia taking breaths,
Hmm.
just kind of like,
So it doesn't have to do with her location in space, then it just has to do with her personal cycles.
yes.
Okay. It's very interesting. We got Dragon Week coming up next week. I don't suppose there's any dragons in this time.
They're here, but most people can't see them.
Can you guys see them, your race?
Yes.
Okay. So they're there, but people can't see them. Did they used to be more solid and more seeable
Yeah.
in the past? Okay. And do you guys interact with them at all?
Yes.
Okay. And are there different types? Like, for instance, like one for the river and one for the air and one for the rocks or something like that?
They're watchers too.
Mm. What dimension do they reside in? in this time that you're at?
Or it can go to any.
Okay. And is that
boundaries?
okay? I'm assuming it's because they're in a higher dimension is why the humans can't see them.
Yes,
Okay.
their frequency is too high.
Mm-hmm. And are they still around the planet right now today?
Yes.
Okay. And do they serve a purpose now other than just watching?
A few.
A few purposes?
A few to have purpose. Most watch and
Mhm.
wait. They're waiting.
For the ascension, the shift, the event, or are they waiting for something else?
They're waiting for us.
Mm-hmm. To like get to a place where we wouldn't want to kill them?
No,
You're
our
saying?
frequency needs to match.
Mhm. So that we can
And
be friends?
as the ascension in our vibrations, then we'll be able to connect.
Okay. And since your race can see them and does interact with them, can you call forth one now that we could talk to? Is there one that's a friend of yours? You got something sitting in front of you there right now?
I can see 3 or 4 flying.
You can see 3 or 4 flying.
Mhm.
Okay. Do they have wings?
Yes.
Okay. Are these like like those Chinese dragons where they're like long and got the teeny little legs and they don't got no wings? But these are like more like dragons that you see.
Their wings are huge.
Okay. And what color are they?
They're all different colors.
Okay. And so they serve different purposes or they have a affinity for a different element, I guess? Or aren't dragons usually associated with elements? Like air and fire and wind and water and things like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody told me that there's even dragons that are associated with blood because of the way it flows. Okay. And is there any of these dragons that would like to come forward and come talk to us today and teach us about dragons a little bit? We'd very much like to learn.
They're telepathic.
Okay. Okay. And you say there's what, 4 of them, 5 of them?
3 or 4.
Okay. We'd like to ask them, how is their function different back in this time where you're at now than it is in the time that I'm at now? How are things different?
People know that they're
Oh.
there. Even the ones that can't see them know they're there.
Oh, okay. Super cool. And do they, I don't know, do they like say prayers to them or interact with them in any way? Or
They leave gifts. But
oh,
most
that's cool.
they can't really um, okay, so what I'm seeing is like crystals and large stone tablet, but like looks like lapis lazuli and emerald, just huge slabs laid out.
What do the dragons do with these things when they get them?
They charge them.
Wow. Do they give them back then, or they keep them?
No, they leave them there and charge them.
Wow, that's cool. Okay. Um, and I have a list of questions about for dragons from one of my friends. Is it okay if I ask some of these? Would they be okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, dragons. Really appreciate you for coming forward and talking to us today and helping us to kick off Dragon Week. And today is Sunday, right? Yeah, so perfect. It is Dragon Week for us. So where do you guys primarily reside right now? Where do you live? Or where do you call home?
Everywhere. It's like they're mostly spirit base, so they don't require the same things that we do.
Right, so they don't need to eat food.
They don't have to have solid form. I feel like they can go back into spirit whenever they want.
Could they make themselves solid if they wanted to?
Yes.
Okay. And they're just waiting for the right time to do that. Do they ever do that now? Is there ever a reason why they would do that?
He says we do sometimes.
And would that be just because there's somebody you want to show yourself to, or is it because there's something you want to do? Why?
He's kind of laughing and like it's a mischievous type thing. Like they
It's just for fun?
do it just to mess with people.
Okay. And I want to dispel some myths here too. Do dragons breathe fire or similar things?
Some do, yes.
Okay. Do dragons have a treasure that they like to guard?
No.
Okay. And do they need to eat anything?
No.
Okay. How do they sustain themselves then?
Pure energy.
Okay. Makes me feel like they probably don't age either then?
No.
Or do they have a certain set lifespan?
They're eternal.
Eternal. Wow, that's cool. So the dragons that would be here Earth today are the same dragons that you might be talking to right now 5,000 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. And do they go to other planets other than Earth, or do they mostly stick around Earth?
Mostly here.
Mostly here? Okay. And it's just a matter of how high they're vibrating and which dimension they're on, right?
No, they can control their frequency. They don't need nothing affects their energy or their ability to.
Do they have a connection with Source?
Yes.
Okay. How does that work? What's their connection with Source? I mean, do they talk to it or go back and forth to it, or how do they deal with Source?
What I'm seeing is like it turning to light
Hmm.
and then drawing back out into whatever form.
Right, because they can do that at will.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like they're a direct part of Source. Like they never lost
Mm-hmm.
that oneness. They aren't they don't incarnate like we
So,
incarnate.
so they're not affected by the veil or the forgetting.
Right,
Okay. And don't have karma either, then I would imagine.
right.
Okay. And when they communicate, it's always telepathic. Is that right?
Yes.
Do they have a language of it that is their own, or a form of light language that they use, or what do they? Tell me about their language.
So, a lot of emotional energies, a lot of love.
Okay. And I've heard that each dragon might have a human that it watches over, or each human has a guardian dragon. Is that true?
He says some have special special ones and others protect more than one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Could we say that every human has a dragon that watches over them, or just some of them that are like high vibrating or something like that?
most do, yes.
Okay. Are there any dragons that would be dangerous to us? Any protocols that we need to take around dragons so as not to offend them?
No,
Okay. Thank you. Is there a dragon that lives on the moon?
no.
Okay. Thank you. And does gravity exist for dragons?
He's laughing.
Hmm. Is gravity even a thing for us? Do we have that all wrong, or do we have it right?
We don't have anything right.
I thought so. Thank you for the dragon. Okay. And is there anything that a dragon would be afraid of or concerned about?
No.
Okay. And how many elements are there that dragons are aware of?
What kind
Do
of
we know?
elements?
What's that?
What sort of elements?
Like earth, wind, fire, and water, right? So we say there's four elements. Would you guys say there's four elements also?
Yeah.
Okay. And do most dragons resonate to one of the elements predominantly? Because it seems like I hear about like there's a dragon in a lake or a river, and then there's another dragon that lives in the fire. Do dragons tend to resonate with elements?
Yes. I'm getting it's kind of like us with our zodiacs.
Hmm.
Certain ones are designated certain sectors, I guess. It's
Mm-hmm.
how
Mm-hmm.
they put it sectors. It's weird.
Interesting. And is that why some dragons are different colors?
Mm. Yeah, he said they can choose
Okay.
their form.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And what about the dragons? We were talking about like the kind of the Chinese ones that don't have wings and things like that, look more like a serpent. Are those the same thing as you guys? Or are they something different?
They're the same.
Okay. It's just how those people perceive them.
Perception. Yes, perception.
Okay. Okay. And just a moment here. Does magnets or magnetism have any effects on dragons?
No.
Okay. And all light, does it all come from source or does it come from suns and stars?
Everything has its own light.
Mhm.
And the light we see is just the energy from that particular.
So to a dragon, they might look at me or Vanessa and see us as a radiating light.
Yes.
Okay, what color would you say radiates off of Vanessa?
Purple and gold.
Okay, and what color would you say radiates off of Kelly?
Blue and gold.
Okay, thank you. Let's see here. You're doing a great job. I really appreciate you. These are such interesting things to ask. What is the range of sound hearing? What's the farthest that I guess a dragon could hear something from?
Anywhere.
Okay. And do you guys feel things like if I don't know if something pricked your skin or something? Would you feel anything? Do you get an itch or a tickle?
Not unless they want to.
Okay. And do you have a soul matrix?
No.
Okay. And I don't know what that means. The person asked this question, and you say no to it. Oh, I understand now. Because you don't reincarnate and incarnate, and so that's why you say no to that.
Okay. They can incarnate, but they don't die.
Okay.
So if they want to take form, they can take form.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be a dog
Mm-hmm.
for a certain person, they can be a dog for a
Right.
certain person.
Right.
But
Oh, cool.
if the dog dies, that energy just goes back to what it was. They don't.
Okay. So if a dragon were to incarnate, would it also then go through the veil of forgetting when it goes through the birth canal like we do?
No. They just become.
Okay. And would a dragon ever incarnate as a human?
I feel like they will be soon.
Okay. Very interesting. And
But
let's see here.
it's more
Mhm.
getting more like a walk-in energy. That I
Oh,
can
yeah. Okay, that makes
follow
sense.
the cycle of birth.
Right. And that's how they avoid the veil and the forgetting then.
Yes.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Um, can the dragons help us out with how we could do dimensional travel? Can you give us any advice on that?
Everything comes from inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
We all can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to learn how to channel the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of our heads.
All right. Do you guys, we've been trying to work on this kind of what we consider to be a time travel project. How do you perceive time? I mean, do you think of that as something that could be traveled by us? Or are we looking at that wrong?
Time doesn't exist in the way that they tell us time exists. It's constant. It's
Mm-hmm.
everything's happening at the same time.
Okay. Okay.
The future,
And
the past, everything's
right.
linear.
We want to start doing our quantum travel project and sending some people to different places in time and things like this. Maybe do as a business someday. Is there any advice that the dragons can give us on that topic? A way to make it work better for everybody and be consistent?
Just focus. It's everything's getting easier.
Okay. All right. And just a moment here. Do you guys have to breathe at all?
No.
Okay. And do you have blood or internal organs?
Not no, not the way.
Okay. Or skeletons?
It's hard to explain.
Okay. Are there any dragon skeletons on Earth that we could go find?
No.
Okay. Do you know love, hate, pain, or fear?
Everything.
What's that?
We know everything.
Okay.
They
I mean, being a higher vibrating being, I would have expected you to say we just only know love.
everything is perception.
Hmm.
There's there's no judgment. Um,
Okay.
because everything has its reasoning and purpose.
Do dragons have male and female? Are there different sexes?
No, we
Okay.
choose. They way I'm the way I'm seeing it is they can, if they want to be solid, they can be solid. If they want to be a big dragon with huge wings,
Right.
that's what they are. If they want to be a little dragon with little
Hmm.
wings, that's what they are.
Okay.
Because their form isn't a real form. So
Right.
density laws don't apply to
Wow.
them. So it doesn't matter if
Okay.
their wings fit their body because they don't need their wings.
Right. So you could have a
Fly.
giant dragon with teeny little wings. It would be no different than any other dragon.
Right, because they're not solid like we're solid.
Are there dragon babies these days? Are there new dragons being created?
You won't answer that.
Okay. And okay, just a moment here. And so we say they live forever. There's no disease for them. And okay, that's great. Now, if people wanted to connect with the dragon that is we would perceive as their guardian dragon, can you give us any advice to that? Would that be something that's appropriate to do?
It's the same as connecting with your guides.
Mhm. So we could do it in sessions like this is one way.
If it's willing to come forth, yes.
Ah, okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dragons, a group of dragons there. We really appreciate you guys. Is there any message that you would like to give to humanity as a whole? Because we will be putting this out as a video for lots of people to see.
Be patient.
Mhm.
Be calm.
Okay.
Because the time is coming.
Mm-hmm. Time for what?
Keep saying an awakening.
Okay. Like a mass awakening?
I want to elaborate. It's just
Okay.
the awakening.
Okay.
But he's showing me like
Mhm.
a bunch of people just standing there looking at each other like it's the first time they've ever seen another person before.
Wow.
It's strange.
Can
It's
they
like
like see each other's auras all of a sudden or something? They look different to each other? Or
I don't know. It's just like
people
they've
made of light or crystal?
come out of a trance or something. It's
Oh, wow.
he's not elaborating any on it. He's
Okay.
just showing me all these people that look like they come out of a mass hypnosis or something.
Right. Maybe like they're developing a unity consciousness. What do you think about that? Maybe. Okay.
It's possible.
Okay. All right. And we would like to ask if either the dragon for Vanessa or the dragon for Kelly would like to come forward today. If there's just a couple specific dragons there that would like to be met.
No.
Okay. Thank you. All right, thank you, Dragons. We appreciate you guys for coming forward to talk to us. I'm trying to have Dragon Week, so I may get to talk to you guys again as the week goes on. I hope so. We really appreciate you guys, and you can go back to your place where you would like to be. Thank you so much. I would like to ask at this time, can we talk to the highest version of Vanessa's higher self, please? We have the higher self for Vanessa. Is that available?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Vanessa's higher self. How are you doing today? Seems like a silly question, huh? Can you start a light scan for me, or a body scan, please? Has one already been started?
Yeah.
Thank you. And would it be okay if I asked you a few questions while the body scan is going on?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We have some concerns for Vanessa. She's feeling a little lost. This is why we had the session today. I'm sure you know what she's feeling, what she's worried about. Before I ask any specific questions, is there a message you would like to give to her? She tries too hard?
Yes.
Okay. You mean in like a spiritual sense, is in terms of connecting? Or in some other way?
Everything.
Okay.
She takes on too much.
Okay. Once things happen too fast?
Just stuff she can't control.
Hmm. Can you give us an example of what she can't control? Or what she shouldn't seek to control?
Everything. She's
Hmm.
gotta let everything go.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me where the body scan is at right now?
Stomach.
Okay. And is there anything in that area in particular that's being fixed or worked on?
Her back.
Okay. And what's the cause of the back issues?
Stress.
Okay. And I do just want to verify there's not any implants, tags, attachments, anything like that? Anywhere in the body?
No.
Thank you. And so the back problem, has she been feeling that as pain, or is it something that she's not aware of yet?
And pain.
Okay. And so this will be fixed today. Is that correct?
Some.
Okay. And the way to keep that away will be to not stress and not try to control things that she can't control. Is that right?
Yeah, she's gotta let go.
Okay. Let go. You mean like, I don't know, be in the flow, trust you?
Control. She's
Hmm.
wants to have control of everything.
Okay. She felt that she was guided to move from the last state she was in to this state. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And the higher self wanted her to be in the state that she's at right now. Is this the right place for her in this time?
For now.
Okay. And so are we thinking a year, 5 years, 10 years? How long about?
She'll know.
Okay. Is there a specific mission to be accomplished here, or is it just for learning?
She's gotta learn.
Okay. And I'm going to guess the thing she needs to learn is to not push. Is there anything else?
She has to trust that there's a method, a plan. She'll be
What's that?
okay. She has to trust that everything's gonna be okay. That
Right.
nothing is happening without
Hmm.
being pre-planned.
Okay. So sometimes where she thinks things are hard on her or harder than they need to be, it's just the way it's supposed to be, and she hasn't messed up in any way. She is not making things harder on herself. Is that right?
She's got too much pride.
So what is the pride stopping her from doing? How is that getting in her way? Like maybe she won't accept a certain job or something like that? Won't live in a certain house or something like that?
It's closing her off
Okay.
from help.
Okay. Right, because she wants to be right about things, huh?
No, she just doesn't want to burden anyone.
Oh, okay. So there's people around that want to help her right now, and she's not opening herself up to that potentiality. She's closing
Yes.
herself off.
For fear of being a burden.
That's very sweet. Okay. Um, how about, on the job front? When's that going to turn around for her? When's she going to get a job that is good and works and allows her to have her own place and the things that she wants? Sure, that would take a lot of stress off of her.
Soon.
Soon? Okay. So should she just apply for everything that comes along and you'll make sure that she gets accepted to the right one, or will she just know the right thing when she sees it?
Both.
Both? Okay. So just keep working and whatever happens is the right thing. You're keeping an eye on that.
Yes.
Thank you, higher self. We appreciate you very much. I know she's going to appreciate this a lot. She really needed this. Is there any actions that she can take to speed things up to help her manifest a stable life that for her and her kids? Any specific actions that she can take to be part of the solution?
Just let go. Let everything happen the way it's supposed to.
Okay. Okay. So it's the exact opposite of what I was saying. It's not take it's just to allow and be in the flow and to trust. And
Yes.
thank you, higher self. And her guides are giving her good information all the time anyways, right? Katiana that she talks to and hears can be trusted and believed and listened to.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes she feels like Katiana tells her how to help everyone but herself. Is that true, or is it something where she's just not listening?
Katiana is part of who Vanessa is.
Mm-hmm. Part of her multidimensional self.
She's one aspect of her soul.
Mm-hmm. Like a fractal.
Yes.
Very interesting. Well, she feels like Katiana tells her how to help everyone but herself.
Another life, so to speak. Yes, she does.
Okay, so that's just the way it's supposed to be then.
It's because they are the same.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to learn to trust herself for herself
Okay.
the way she does for everybody else.
Right, right. Okay. How many lives would you say that Vanessa and I have had together? Seems like we run into each other a lot.
Many lives.
Many? Okay. Would we be what you call, like, I don't know, like, do we call it a soul tribe or a soul group or a soul family? How should we label that?
Your same soul group.
Okay. That's great. Okay. Um, is there anything you can tell us about the event or the ascension or the changes that are coming up? Be useful for humanity to know? You don't have to worry about any noises there. What?
Stay out of your head, stay out of the world.
Mm-hmm.
careful what you feed into and get involved with.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause your perception is your reality now.
So before, our perception didn't always line up with reality.
Not like now.
Okay.
We're manifesting easier and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
creating our realities more.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. And that's going to continue to increase as things go on.
Yes.
So that means for good and bad also, right? People that are in a bad place are still going to be able to manifest things just as easily as somebody that's in a good place. Is that right?
Yes.
So those of us that are in a good place need to understand that and just not let it deter us from our path.
Yes.
Wow, that's great advice, Higher Self. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. She had a question. She had gotten a message about her father recently from like a psychic reader or something like that. Is there something that needs to be known there, or that he wants to say or bring forth?
She'd ask for a sign from him.
Just to know that he was watching over her.
Yes.
Okay. And she got that sign then.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that he would like to say at this time?
Everything's going to be okay.
Okay, that's awesome. And Vanessa's higher self. Could you? Are you able to talk to my dad? Can you talk to him for me? I've never really communicated with him in any one of these sessions, and I've been kind of wanting to lately.
No.
No? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. And let's see here. What else we have to work with? Is there any advice or guidance you can give me on our quantum traveling project to help people to go places that they didn't think they could go before? Any tips or tricks or best practices as we can use?
No. Just keep trying. Keep going.
Okay. Okay.
Don't
And
be
it'll be
afraid to try different things.
right, right. Yeah, we do worry about that sometimes. We hear sometimes that there's, dangers out there as well in this line of work, and so we want to be concerned. I don't know. Should we be concerned about anything, or should we just go and do whatever we want?
Fear is the only thing you should be afraid of.
Right. I love that answer. Thank you very much. And do you think we'll be able to send to like groups of people, like 5, 6, 10 at a time someday?
If they're on the same frequency.
That's the real trick there. Okay. That's so good. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Oh, the other thing that I've been working on, I've just like 2 more questions. I'll let you go. First of all, how is that body scan coming along? Have we gotten past the stomach and the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And is everything cleared up and taken care of, and she should be feeling great tomorrow? Or when she wakes up here?
Mostly, yes.
Okay. Is there something that you're not able to fix at this time?
Stuff she's bringing on herself.
Right, right. Okay. And can you give me an idea of what that stuff would be so that she can see it as a sign that she's bringing it on herself?
Her back is her sign.
Mm-hmm.
She always has problems in her back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So she'll know that she's done a proper job of not pushing and allowing and trusting when the back stops hurting.
Yeah, she's stopping the energy flow.
Oh, because she's getting bound up because she's uptight.
Yes, the
Okay.
stress is
Okay. And when she
blocking her.
fixes this, she will be able to feel a difference in her back. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, higher self. Appreciate you for looking over on that and helping to facilitate that. Is there anything you can tell us about reversing aging? We'd like to start working that into some of our sessions.
It's gotta start in the mind.
Okay.
The body
So
will follow.
Okay. So for instance, if I wanted to ask that Vanessa be aged 5 years backwards in this session, how would you guide me to do that and make it happen? Can we release all the thoughts based around aging and then replace them with something that will make things go backwards?
She It's in the mind. Meditation
Mhm.
with focus and intent.
Mhm.
If you look at yourself every day and see yourself younger
Mhm.
in your mind,
Mhm.
then you will become younger.
Okay. Okay.
You have to
Eh,
look past the physical perception.
mhm. Mhm. And we've been having some debates about the proper the brainwave states. You know, we've got alpha state brains, beta, theta, gamma, delta. Could you tell me what the best target brainwave state is for healing in these types of sessions?
It just depends on the person.
Okay. How will we know when somebody's in the right state to get the most healing? By looking at them as a practitioner like myself?
Signs with the body,
Mm-hmm.
overheating,
Mm-hmm.
chills,
Mm-hmm. Those are good or bad?
and the healing is good.
Okay.
So it could show as a hot flash or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cold chills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So we look at Vanessa right now and say that she looks warm, but we would say that to me she looks like she's in a perfect state for healing, traveling, whatever I'd want to do with her. Would you say that that's right? Am I seeing it right?
Yes, she's hot.
Okay. Should she be any deeper or lighter of a trance than she is right now if we wanted to heal or go time travel?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, good. And I just want to make sure that because what I'm seeing, I say that she looks fine to me, and I just want to make sure that I'm interpreting the signs properly. I appreciate you for your help on that, higher self. One last thing. I'm looking for some kind of a physical evidence to show to people to let them kind of open their minds to the possibilities and to clear up history and to let them know that modalities like this are real. So one of the things I'm thinking about is I want to see if I can find either like a giant skeleton somewhere near me that I could get to, or some kind of an artifact that might wake a lot of people up. Is there anything around me here in Southern California that you could help to point me to?
They're everywhere,
Everywhere?
hidden in plain sight.
Mm. Right, because that's why it's still there, is because you can't see it because it blends in so well.
Mountains,
Mm-hmm.
statues,
Oh.
rocks.
So, like, I've seen these things like where the mountains were these giant titans, like it would die and it would make a mountain out of one being. Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. How about the one? Oh, my favorite one is there's that little island right off the side of Catalina where it looks like it's a pregnant Titan. Is that real?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a disaster.
What?
It was a eruption that caused that.
Oh, wow. It was an eruption. Okay. Wow, that's so cool. Okay. And so some of the like these what about the Moai statues on Easter Island? Were those ever real? Or were those just statues?
Those giants made those.
Okay. Did that have anything to do with Lemurians, by the way?
Yes.
Were those statues made of Lemurians?
Yes.
But they were made by giants and of Lemurians.
Yes.
And why on that island? What makes the Easter Island so special?
It used to be connected
Oh, it wasn't an island?
to a bigger formation.
Mm-hmm.
It broke off.
Okay. Maybe like Atlantis or Lemuria or something like that?
They were all Atlantis and Lemuria.
Okay. Wow, super cool, super cool. And if I remember right, I believe that Vanessa and I were on Atlantis a couple times together, but that she was never on Lemuria. Is that right?
She was a guide.
That is super, super cool. Okay, so can you guide me to something, like implant the idea in my head or send it to me as a dream or something, of an artifact or skeleton that I can find, bring home, and I could show it to people, and it would just blow their minds?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you, higher self, and I'll be looking out for that. And we want to set history straight, and we've heard that this is something that the spirit realm wants as well, right? That we're going to be super guided as long as that's what we want to do. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do you feel like we're complete here today? Is there anything that I forgot to ask or that would be important for her or people to know?
There's nothing.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I appreciate you for coming through. I appreciate all the information you've helped to bring through for Vanessa to help kind of clear up some of the things that, she had believed in and gotten confused on a little bit. Going back to humanity. Boy, you know what? I think that was about the deepest I've ever had you. You're getting better at this. They say it gets easier every time. And I really feel like you kind of started out like you normally are, but then we started talking to the dragon, and then when
That
we
shit was weird and intense.
tell me about it.
It was just like this big flying cloud of love energy. It's hard to explain. Hi, Jade.
Wow.
Nice of you to join me.
That's not the one that was meowing like crazy, though. I don't think.
No,
There's
that was
another one.
Aries.
Yeah.
The baby.
But that one I could tell, like certain energies would happen, and that one would come up and be like, "Ooh, I want to be part of this." And then other stuff we would switch over and it would go, "Okay, I'm out." Right?
It was just there's always so much going on. Like,
I know you're always mad everything comes in too fast for you.
man, it's like I can see so much at one time, and it's like you stand on the top of the mountain and you've got 5 minutes to describe everything you can see from the top of the mountain.
Right, exactly. Like I could do that right now. If I was talking to you on the phone, you said, "Kelly, tell me everything you see," and I'd be like, there's a whole lot of stuff, right? I totally get it.
So, I mean,
And you're trying to remember it all too, right? Because you're saying, okay, because I want to be able to reflect on this later.
well, I don't have to try to remember it because it stays with me. I can still see it. And what's funny is that later I see more, like more comes to me that I missed, because I was trying to.
Right, because we got that big entrance hall. There's a lot of stuff in there that you can go back and kind of look at, the faces and the statues. See if there's anything Egyptian in there.
I feel like I'm being taken through this cycle of like how this shit played out or something.
Yeah, from beginning to end, right? Yeah, because this is a little later in Atlantis than we were before. This is after Atlantis.
I'm about 80% positive I was in the Grand Canyon before it was the Grand Canyon.
Fucking amazing, man.
Before it was,
why wouldn't you be, right? It just makes so much sense.
you know, I could see like, all right, because you know how it's all chopped up and it literally looks like someone mined the shit out of it and made it.
That's why I always ask that, but they didn't say anything about any mining.
But see, the thing about it is I could see them like cutting stuff out to make statues and make bricks, and like I don't think it was mined for
like
minerals
gold
or anything, but like dude, I wonder if like the pyramids and shit were built from rocks from the fucking Grand Canyon.
Who knows, you know? Well, they say most of that stuff came from Aswan Quarry in Egypt. We know
that's
where
what
most.
they say.
I mean, you know,
They can say
if it's
anything.
pink granite over here and pink granite over there, I mean,
Exactly.
it probably did, but
I just don't see any big old mountains over there like the Grand Canyon.
yeah. Well, you know, have you ever seen the thing where they've got the unfinished obelisk over there?
Mm-hmm.
With the course, so I mean, you know that the obelisk came from there at least. But those obelisks are all around the world now. Right there in Washington D.C. and London and all these kinky
Well, of
places.
course, they've got to have their
They like to
penis
pervert everything that's
everywhere.
good, you know.
They've got to have their penis flying around.
Right? Why wouldn't they? So let's see what else. In that lifetime, I should have dug into this a little bit more, but it just didn't seem like it was that important. But like, you know, I was there and we were pals, and like I asked your higher self, well, how many lives have we had together? They're just like calculating.
Yeah, I couldn't count that. Like it seemed like
question.
We've always incarnated together, either as guides or family or acquaintances
or maybe just at the same time, and we just happen to bump into each other too, for that matter, right? Because I mean, like, we're on far ends of the country this time, right?
Right. We see the thing with the giant thing, like it felt like they weren't really like, they didn't have like marriages and relationships and things like we do. Like they would come together and mate, you know, to make a child, and then they go on about their business. Like they were all one family, and you know, the next time it come time to mate, she goes and finds a different guy and mates that one. So I mean, it wasn't like,
I thought it was funny that I was a warrior, but I was a lot funnier that time.
yeah, this seemed like it was a really lighthearted race. Like they were
just in
really
general. Yeah.
genuine, loving creatures. Like,
do you know the are you familiar with the Catalina pregnant giant that I was talking about?
I'm wondering if that's the one I've got on my screensaver.
Let me see there. You can share screen also on yours. I'm trying to find it here. God dang it, where is it? See, every time I look for this, I get the giants, and it's actually a Titan that I'm looking for, right? Have you seen any of my videos on the Titans? I'm going to make sure to show you those, because your higher self verified this thing that I've been watching and wondering about.
How do I share a screen?
So there's this little island off of Catalina Island, and the whole island is a Titan. Yeah, but every time I do it, nothing comes up. What I want. Oh, there it is. Wait, go back. Yeah, right there on the left. Left. Yeah, that one right there. So you see the baby in there?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's a real fucking island right off of Catalina.
Yeah.
And so your higher self said that happened because of a volcano that
Yeah.
killed it. And okay, go ahead. Look up the one that says an elephant island.
Look at this shit.
Island. Fucking faces hidden in plain sight. Look up Elephant Island. Let's see it. And we want to. There it is. Go 2 over and 1 down. Right? Well, no, not that. You're right there. Yeah.
This
Right
one?
there. Right there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before.
So that's a Titan. Like when it dies, it makes an island. Right?
Yeah.
So it's bigger than a giant. And there's ones that are entire mountain ranges.
Yeah, Titans were the first giants, I believe.
Right.
That was us originally when we first.
Right. The
Yeah.
first root race, like we were talking about, that
Right.
they
If
were
you
like
think
1,000
at
feet
that
tall.
time, the animals would have been proportionate to us at that time. So that's probably was really an elephant.
Yeah, and there's a better view of that from the air as well. See if you can like go back one. There,
Right
look
there.
at that. Is that fucking that ain't an elephant? I don't know what is. That
Yeah.
crazy or what?
And that's what I'm talking about. Everything is in plain sight. It's all gonna
Yeah.
hold on, what is that stuff? What is it called?
Your higher self said they're gonna like either guide me or give me a dream or something. I should have got asked for more specifics there, but they said they'd help me find something.
They told me to tell you something, but not to tell it on video.
Oh, okay. We'll tell you here in just a minute. We're gonna be about done in a second here anyway, just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna as soon as I stop recording, I can't see your screen anymore though, I think, but I just want to
Well, I
look
mean,
at
you can cut all this part off if you wanted to.
I'm gonna stop anyway.